could look me in the eye. It's all because of Jesus, he the reason I'm alive. I live by faith, by grace, you know that I ain't gotta strive. They told me, tone it down, I told them.
Hey everyone, good morning, and welcome to this rendition of Sippin on 7th,
Yo!
where we get coffee from 7th Avenue, sip on it, and have a good time talking about sports and other Tampa things.
And meanwhile, go Bolts.
Tonight is Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We were down 0-2 and have won 3 straight now, and we are very excited for tonight.
Yes.
Ryan, what are your thoughts on Game 5 and then going into Game 6?
Well, I'm going to go backwards to forwards. You're going to be like, bro, you can't do that. But I wanted to start with this. I had to collect myself. This video that's been going viral about, did you see that about the Rangers fan?
I
who
did, yes.
Punched out the Lightning guy. This is what, well, bro, the guy's all by himself.
All right, you have to go back. Go back. What happened?
So, you're talking about in the video?
Yeah, we beat them in Game 5.
So we beat them in Game
then
5, and we'll talk about that in a second. But after the game, there was very few Lightning fans there anyway because Florida people don't want to go to New York, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway.
New York stinks.
New York sucks. But anyway.
If you're from New York and Tampa, you probably also stink, but we welcome you.
Yeah, but it's funny because a lot of New Yorkers, and we actually went to a game with some guys, if you ask them, they agree New York kind of sucks.
That's why I'm saying
And
it.
so they come down here.
I'm not offending anybody.
No.
I'm only telling the truth.
But just, but anyway, so we won the game in New York for Game 5, and then there's this viral video. Most of you guys have probably seen it. If you haven't, it's terrible, but it's the hallway, I guess, leaving Madison Square Garden.
If you've ever been to New York City, specifically Madison Square Gardens, there is a subway tunnel that leads to the subway, so you can leave Madison Square Gardens and then walk down that
Straight
tunnel
to the subway
and go home. So it was
So
on that tunnel where this takes place.
They're on that tunnel, and it pans, and it's all Rangers fans, and then there's this one guy turning back and saying something to this one Lightning fan, and it pans, and it shows the whole hallway. There's only one Lightning fan in the entire hallway, and this dude turns around. The Lightning fan's walking with a beer in his left hand. He's just walking down the subway, and this Rangers fan just decks the guy in the face,
Straight
knocks him out cold, plank, bow, on the ground.
Head on the ground.
And then a Rangers fan actually goes to check on this guy because obviously that's deplorable. That kind of, if you want to fight. Don't cold cock somebody that's not even, you know what I'm talking about? If you're
But
upset,
if you want to fight, you should also know that you're going to go to jail. So
right.
know that before you make that.
That's right.
Don't use this video of Ryan saying fight as a reason for you to fight.
And you shouldn't fight. But if you're going to fight, don't be the guy that punches someone out who's not even looking for a fight when he's by himself without anyone to back him up in the subway. Like, that's such a coward move. And I thought it was a great depiction of the Rangers organization as a whole and their fan base. And so I figured.
Not the guy that bent over to help him out and the other people that called the police and got him arrested.
That guy is, you know what? It's probably half and half. You probably got 50-50. Half the Rangers fans probably wanted to beat up some Lightning people. The other half were like, hey, at least we made it to the Eastern Conference Final. First time in 8 years. You should be happy enough. But it's a very emotional thing. So if you don't know anything about what's going on, we were down 2-0 in a game. It's a best-of-7 series in hockey. We were down 2-0 to the New York Rangers, who have a very good team, great goalie, a lot of Panarin and Zibanejad and Chris Kreider, and a lot of really, really good players, quick wrist shot kind of guys, fast skaters. I mean, they have a great team, and
they do.
They're kind of similar to us, actually.
A lot of depth. They have
a lot of depth.
The kid line and all that.
The kid line is disgusting. They call it the kid line because they're the younger
all
guys.
Young.
And they're fast and they're hungry. Anyway, they're up 2-0. They won the first 2 games in Madison Square Garden in New York. And so to go from that to them being down 3-2 and then have to go play in Tampa tonight for Game 6, as a Rangers fan, I'd be like, I saw this hilarious.
Rangers fans were incredibly vocal with the whole Igor's better.
Yeah.
After being up 2-0, they were all like, hey, it's over. And I think that they just didn't realize what they were getting themselves into. And obviously we still have to win one of 2 to go, so it's not over.
It's not over.
But statistically, with the Lightning in history, they have, whenever they're up 3-2 going into the final 2 games, they're like 80% winning.
Well, and you
one of those
understand,
2 games.
we're on a 3 wins in a row.
Yeah, and not
the
back and
last one
forth.
in New York. So, like, 3 in a row, you have all the momentum, and then you're coming
All of it.
home. And the Rangers fans started, in Game 5, the Rangers fans started leaving the stadium with minutes left in the game because they were so upset to go down by 2 goals. And so I think –
Well, a lot of Rangers fans are fake Rangers fans.
no, it's true because the Rangers
like
are a
Jimmy
nationwide
Fallon was there.
Yeah.
But last year, Jimmy Fallon was at the Islanders game in the playoffs.
Jeez.
So there's a lot of people like that.
He's calling you out, Jimmy Fallon. It was fun,
I
eating
saw
hot dogs.
Shang-Chi was there. That was pretty cool. But sorry, they suck. The Rangers.
No,
not Shang-Chi. He's cool.
The thing about the Rangers is, and I said this in our Game 3 and 4 review, Ybor has progressively fallen apart as the series has gone on. Now, the goals that were scored in Game 5 were
all screened.
They were all screened. They were long shot goals, except the empty netter. Ybor didn't play a bad game. He actually had some incredible saves in the game. But the thing is, hockey in the playoffs, if you can get momentum and break a team's spirit
it's very momentum
with an away loss, you end up playing on your heels in the series. And so when we won the first one at home, they were like, okay, we still got this. When we won the second one at home, they're like, okay, well, we lost all momentum. Going into the Garden, we brought the heat when we came. And Sergachev, when we did the game review, I called the game. What I said was there wouldn't be a goal until halfway through the second period.
Ryan almost perfectly called the game when we did the preview for Game 5.
The
it's
only
on our
thing
YouTube
I
channel
missed,
if you want to go hear it.
We also called Game 4.
We did
with
both
the
call Game 4,
with the exception of the empty net, and then we called 5 exactly with the exception. I actually called it to the minute because I said
you said like what? There's
just
not
halfway through there'd be a goal, and with 9:30 something left, left in the second is when the first goal, and I called it would be a Rangers goal first, and then we would win back. I said 2-1 in overtime. We ended up scoring with a couple minutes left, which I should have known because the Lightning are a master team.
In the last 2 minutes.
And Palat, I mean, the dude is a NHL record-setting guy for scoring playoffs in the last 2 minutes.
I'm kind of upset that they gave that goal to Palat.
Yeah,
I know it was like a little bit of a deflection, but for Sergei to go 40 games without a goal in the playoffs, that is, and then to get 2 in a game when he's been less than average during the playoffs.
Oh, I wouldn't say less than average, Sergei. I would say that you've been underperforming for how good we know that you are.
That's more accurate.
And I think that for us watching, I haven't seen a lot of energy from you on the defensive end either, which you're really valuable on defense. And I haven't seen a lot of the energy. I've actually seen Stammer and some of these guys, Nick Paul, laying down to block shots. And you've kind of looked a little stagnant on the defensive end. So to see you...
He just gets caught with his skates being still.
Yeah.
And then he gets beat.
Well, and Patty does that too on offense.
Yeah, but Patty, he looks like an athlete.
Bro, he's...
in the past couple of games.
Patty and Killer have
Pat Maroon,
stepped up.
Athlete.
Patty, look, bro. You hit. It's just like in NHL when you go from like playing the regular to the threes and it like does a 1.3 or 1.4 speed up on a thing. That's what you do in the playoffs, Patty.
Only people that play NHL understand that, which might not be many.
Only 4 people.
But that's fine.
Big Rig is nasty. But anyway, it was an amazing game. We got a goal to bring it back 1-1, and then with like 3 or 4 minutes left, Sergei had the goal, was given to Palat for a little bit of a deflection, but it may have gone in anyway.
And then Hagel finally got on the score sheet with the empty net.
With the empty netter. And it's funny because he got far enough ahead that he just floated right up to almost to the blue and then
he was like right there,
whopped it,
bam.
Almost put it through the net. And that's when, I mean, we were head over heels at that point because we knew coming home tonight we're going to win this game. I actually think this is going to be a wild prediction. Okay, but I think tonight's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a 4-1 or 5-2 win at home tonight. I think you're going to see Lightning score first, Lightning score second. Maybe it goes to 2-1, then 3-1, then 4-1. And I don't even know if they'll bother pulling Ybor when you get to that.
Nah, they'll pull him.
To that. Yeah, they might, but... And then the whole stadium, as the stadium closes the game, shouting Vasi's better.
Vasi's better.
Obviously, we want the shutout, but... Every game I've said they're going to get a goal. We haven't shut them out.
The game-clinching shutouts would be lit tonight.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a shutout.
Here's how the goalie play really has been. In the past couple games, it's like somebody went to the Lightning locker room and said, hey, Vasi, if you guys lose tonight, you're out of the playoffs.
Or you're going to die.
And then that's how he's played.
He goes out there.
But then really Ybor has been playing the same way. But if Ybor sees the puck, he saves it. That's what it's been like. So we just have to keep getting screens in front of the net, and then stuff will go in.
You know what Ybor doesn't have that Vasi has that makes Vasi better?
Mental
in the playoffs?
toughness?
No, because to make it as far as he is as a goalie, period, you have to. I know.
I just wanted to take a shot, but he did get rattled.
Ybor, I actually like Ybor. Of all the Rangers guys, Igor's probably one of my favorites.
I like Barclay Goodrow too because he used to play for the Lightning. But
I like Zibanejad, but that's because of his story. But anyway,
very cool story.
Very cool story. But
why do you like Ybor?
The thing about why I like Ybor, but let me tell you what Vasi has that he doesn't. Listen.
Okay.
Reputation.
What does that mean?
When Vasi has a bad game, none of the Lightning fans turn on Vasi because he has a reputation behind him. The whole team and organization support and stand behind him. Ybor hasn't earned that kind of reputation with the Rangers to where he's their stand behind this goalie.
Can I ask you
guy.
A question? How do you know that?
How do I know?
Yeah.
Because I watched the fans leave early, because I watched them shut up when I was at game 3 and 4.
Well, that's a Lightning
faces.
thing as a whole, not a hey, we don't trust Ybor.
No, it's what. No. What I'm saying is
that's a hey, we're down to the Lightning against the Lightning by 2. We have no shot. We gotta leave.
Yeah, but I don't think that a goalie that hasn't won a championship.
A goalie doesn't score though, and they were down because they didn't score.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have won the 2 cups we won without Vasilevsky. Everybody knows that.
Yes, but Igor Shesterkin was in the regular season better than Vasilevsky numbers wise.
I know, but that doesn't earn you a.
So what do you mean he doesn't have a good reputation?
I'm talking about Vasi has a back-to-back championship reputation to where the first 2 games you go down, none of the Lightning fans go, oh, this is the momentum doesn't break for the goalie because everybody's still supporting the goalie. We knew Vasi was going to show up in these 2 games. Ybor, in my opinion, has progressively lost support, and the fact that the support's kind of been pulled, the Rangers have already given up in the series.
I don't think he's lost support. I think the Lightning have figured him out. It has nothing to do with the support.
Well, it's hard to say that though because if you look at the shots
let
me finish. If you look at the shots over the last,
I don't want to let you finish.
If you look at the shots over the last 2 games, they've kind of been long screened anomaly shots. They weren't Igor's fault. So it's correct. It's not that Igor's been playing bad. It's that we figured them out as a whole team. But
correct.
What I'm saying is like, I think the reason we shifted the momentum back is because of the radical support that we have as an organization for Vasilevsky individually. I was at game 3 and 4. The most cheered for player, the player that everybody cared about the most in the whole stadium was Vasilevsky. They cared about seeing him take a shot back at Ybor. I watched Ybor skate back and forth the whole length of the ice widthwise when he was panicking because he was being broken down. And I watched the Rangers fans, their faces when they saw their goalie in the playoffs for the first time being completely shattered and broken and losing momentum. And I think that's something the Rangers weren't prepared for. We knew was going to happen because they've never faced a team like this with the goalie that we have in the playoffs with this current team that they have. So they come into this, they go, what was it, 6-2 in the first game? They're thinking, wow, Igor's better. When the momentum shifts, it's like that little guy in a fight that gets a few hard punches in and he gets rocked one time and he realizes, I can't win this fight. That's all of the New York Rangers fan base. When we took 2 shots back, game 5 was, in my opinion, was a guaranteed win. I think tonight's a guaranteed win because they're off the rocker. We've hit them hard enough. They can't get the momentum back.
You're saying a lot of stuff for somebody that has to still win one of the next 2 games.
Bro,
that's pretty intense.
It's okay.
But let's just go hypothetical before we move on into the next
Tonight's
thing because I have a lot of differing opinions about it, but that's fine. I think that it's phenomenal that the Lightning are playing and have momentum currently because the Avs are at home resting. I think it's more important that we have momentum than to have rest at the moment because that's the kind of team that the Lightning are.
Yeah.
I think that'll be huge going into the finals once we win tonight.
Well, yeah, that was us versus the Rangers. We had rest. They had momentum, and they came out the first 2 games.
That's what I'm saying. We're a very momentum-based team.
Colorado.
We don't need the rest. We need the momentum, and we'll play them in the first series and then kind of go from there. Moving on to the next thing, Ryan. Do you want to do our top 5 first, or do you want to do trivia first?
No, we have to do top 5 first.
All right. You want to go first or me?
I'm going to do you first.
Okay. So this is our top 5 segment where we each kind of pick a topic for one another, and then on the spot, what are your top 5 of these in the Tampa Bay area that you've experienced based on your experiences?
So mine for you this week, my top 5 for you this week is going to be the top 5 Italian restaurants in the greater Tampa Bay area. So this is Italy as a nation, so it includes Sicily, includes Roman food, anything like that. And so that's mine. Top 5 Italian food restaurants in the greater Tampa Bay area.
Okay. So not in any particular order, but we'll just start with.
What do you mean not in an order? It's a top 5.
It's a top 5, but not in an order of the top 5. Just these 5 are my top 5.
He doesn't want to be like confrontational.
No,
or,
just
like,
that
contentious.
I have heartfelt emotions towards each of these places, and I can't choose. It's like choosing your
children,
your favorite kids.
It's like, let me
But
pick my kid. Everyone has a favorite.
Everyone has a favorite. They do.
We're talking about pick between your kids. Everyone has a favorite.
All right, I know which one I'm playing. I don't have kids. So I would
got
first.
Me, that's enough.
Yeah, you're a child for sure. First, I'll go with Casa Santo Stefano, which is
first mention.
And we mentioned that last week in your favorite date spots.
I love Santo Stefano.
Santo Stefano is great. It is a Columbia Restaurant Group restaurant, and it's not Italian. It's Sicilian.
Different.
Santo Stefano is a city in Sicily, and it comes from Richard Gonsmart, the owner of the Columbia restaurant, was childhood friends with another influential Tampa Ybor City businessman called Sal Guaiardo. And Richard Gonsmart would have Sunday Italian lunch at Sal Guaiardo's house every week. So a lot of the menu is inspired from that, where Sal Guaiardo's family is from, Santo Stefano. And then multiple trips were taken to Santo Stefano to get inspiration for the menu, authenticity, and to bring back almost everything in that restaurant is from the city of Santo Stefano. So like the story and really good food around it is amazing. I always get the sausage. They make it there. It's their own like family recipe. It's amazing.
It's good. And the
arancini.
The squid ink pasta they have.
That's my go-to pasta there is their squid ink pasta. It's really good. So Casa Santo Stefano first on the list.
It's a good pick.
My second pick, I don't know if you've been here, but if not, we're going to go soon. It's called Esposito's.
Never heard of it.
And it's in Carrollwood.
Okay.
And the family that started it has ran like Italian restaurants in New Jersey, like their whole lineage.
That's something good coming from that part of America.
That's some good stuff right there. So they're like authentic Italian, but the American Italian kind of cuisine incorporated there. So that's where that kind of food is coming from. I also like their squid ink pasta there too. Great stuff there at Esposito's. And then I kind of found this restaurant by accident. And then since then, it's really been my go-to Italian place. And it's called Matteo's Trattoria.
Yes.
And it's on McDill, just north of like Dats and
Doe,
Doe, where that's at.
And Doe.
And I found this restaurant because I went to an event. We were at like a book launch for, what's his name? Terrell Sessoms, maybe? He was a Florida politician, and he just passed away, but his family was able to publish his book that he started. So we did like a book event at Oxford Exchange several months back. And then afterwards, a couple of my good influential friends, buddies, said, hey, let's go get something to eat. And then it was late, so we were kind of looking for a spot and then found this place, and we went there. And then since then, if somebody asked me where to get pasta specifically at, go here to Matteo's Trattoria.
My wife says, I want to go.
She's like, when are we going?
Josie
said, give me some too. Matteo's is great. They have a real pizza oven there as well.
Yeah.
What I will say about Matteo's is that if you're looking for authenticity, not really here.
Not the place, yeah.
It's like...
But price point's
good.
It's very cheap.
We went not too long ago, and we got like a pasta thing, a pizza thing, a couple appetizers, drinks.
We went after game.
It was after a Lightning game. That's right.
Of the Panther series.
Yep.
And we went, and we were still buzzing from Amalie or whatever. And because it was a 3:00 game, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was a 3:00 game. And it was so good. And the whole bill for the whole thing, we got pizza
like
and shared a
$50.
pasta, and it was like a lot. It was like $40-something. And I was like, dang, this is like a great date spot.
So go to Mateo's.
Go to
Great
Mateo's.
stuff. The only negative thing, they only open like at 5:00. So they're a dinner spot. And then they're going to have like a mild twist on what the authentic thing is.
Which
so
is cool, you know?
Yeah, it's cool. I think it makes it a little bit better. Sorry, Italians.
Woo!
So Castel Di Stefano, Esposito's, Mateo's, and then number 4, I have Forbici. That's in Hyde Park.
Love Forbici.
You know, I don't know if I can say I've ever had their pasta stuff, but I love their cup and char pizza, which is like the Sicilian-style slice with the pepperoni, and they curl up into the cups and hold the pepperoni fat in it.
Golly.
It's like light focaccia crust.
It's so
That's
good.
great. It's amazing.
I had their risotto there. It was a seafood risotto of some sort. It was like a fish risotto.
Good, huh?
It was good.
They have good arancini there too.
It was it's interesting though because it was a different kind of risotto. It wasn't like normal rice.
It wasn't a Borio?
No, it was it wasn't rice. Like it wasn't rice based. It was like some healthier option, some alternative. I don't know if it was vegan or what, and I was super concerned it wasn't going to be good because I was like, what in the world is
risotto
this?
that doesn't have rice is not risotto.
I know, but it was something else.
But if it was good, all right. Because that's what Forbici is. Not authentic, like
it's like modern Italian.
Hybrid Italian.
I think it's literally called Forbici Modern Italian.
It might be called that.
Yeah, I think it is. Some best modern Italian restaurant. Hyde Park, great atmosphere.
And then Olivia, that's on the corner of like Swan and Henderson, and like there, where that kind of intersection is in the northwest corner.
Great.
I for the longest time thought that it was a furniture store. It is when you drive by it, to me it just says furniture store vibe, but it's actually very good.
Jeez.
That's right. The design is so well; it looks like an interior designer, architect
it looks
designed
boring,
it.
is what it's.
It doesn't look like a Cane's furniture store. It looks like a. It looks like
Cane's next to the Hard Rock. Is that a Cane's over there?
Yeah, on 56th
it's like
Hillsborough.
almost sunk in. You like walk down a little bit to go in it. It's a weird building.
Weird
bro.
one-story warehouse thing.
Weird building.
Maybe they do more than Cane's in there, but I don't know.
And then Tampa PD.
I want to give an honorable mention because not a restaurant, but Mazzaro's like Italian market over in St. Pete.
Yes,
is bomb. You can get food there.
There's also one on
there's
Davis
one in
Island, right?
There's like an Italian kind of thing there too. I like in Tampa. My go-to like Italian market is in West Tampa. It's called Cacciatori's. That's like right by Habana, and I don't know the cross street. Good stuff right there.
Look at my mouth.
Brush
It's
it out.
orange. It's literally orange. And that.
So those are my top 5 Italian places with the honorable mention of Mazzaro's Italian Market over in St. Pete. Ryan, for you,
tell me.
I wanted to ask you this because it's kind of our thing on Saturdays. We go and we get a particular coffee place that's in Ybor City.
Coffee.
And then we drink it, and then we talk on the microphones about different things. So I
bet
wanted
our mics smell like coffee.
If somebody, well, mine probably, yeah. Interesting. I want to ask somebody random to come smell it.
Like,
maybe not.
Smell this.
Does this smell like coffee?
Smells
breath?
like Creed, coffee, and baby.
Interesting combo.
Josie was like,
So for your top 5, I want to ask you what your top 5 coffee shops in the Tampa Bay area are.
That's good. Okay, well, I'm going to do mine in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you have an order?
Okay, you're going to count down.
I'm going to count down.
I need to order mine, but.
Yeah, but you ain't lit like this. So I'm going to give an honorable mention first. This is not in my top 5 because I haven't personally been there yet. You've been.
I've been. This place a lot.
And it's a very popular spot for the Tampa Bay Lightning players to go, and it's on Davis Island, and it's called DI Coffee. And tell us, talk a little bit about it because I haven't been. But
I've been here several times. Small coffee shop. I don't know if it's family owned, but it seems like it is. I don't know any other Davis Island coffee shops.
What's the coffee like?
It's very good. I think there I've just gotten a pour over a couple times, and it was good. You have
pour
to.
Overs are good.
If you're gonna do a pour over, it has to be good coffee. I don't know where they source theirs from. If it's theirs or if they get it from somewhere else, I don't know. But it was very good, and I went kind of because like I like Davis Island. I like riding bikes around Davis Island with my bike and walking and whatnot. It's very pretty.
You have a great bike.
Yeah, my bike's great. It's a Trek.
It's nice. Is it? It's a AI 5.
It is. It's the aluminum 5 of the Domini, whatever it is, domain, whatever you say. Damani.
Dominate of the Domination series.
But it was very good. And yes, if you follow the Tampa Bay Lightning players, like individually,
See them over there.
You'll see them like going there, walking into Amalie with a cup of DI coffee because a lot of them live there.
There must be some connection.
Well, they live there, and it's the coffee shop for Davis Island.
Well, so that's our honorable mentions. If you want to drink where the Lightning players drink
go there.
Coffee, it's going to be Davis Island Coffee. So my number 5 on this countdown list is going to be Foundation Coffee Co. Now, over the years here in Tampa, I haven't been overwhelmingly impressed with the quality of their coffee or the roasts, but that's if you're in a super critical like coffee flavor, if you're going for a more fruity blend or something like that. But atmosphere-wise, price-wise, and
it's very dope in there.
It's very cool atmosphere. And, if you get a latte, if you're like a latte girl or whatever you do, it's good coffee. You're going to drink and go, this is a really good cup of coffee, cappuccino, cortado, whatever. So that's going to be number 5 on my list. Going into number 4, this one's kind of a fun mention. Most of you probably don't know about it. It's called King's Arms Coffee. They currently only have one location. We actually know the owner of King's Arms. Not that we're sponsoring anybody, but King's Arms Coffee is really good. Some of the best cups of coffee.
It's a very cool operation.
It is very cool.
I know that they do like at-home roasting their own stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for like small batch kind of stuff like that, this is the place where you need to go venture out to.
If you want to buy beans, King's Arms is a great place to buy really cool roasts, different kinds of beans from whether it's like Peruvian or Brazilian or Panamanian or different stuff like that. It's really good stuff. They have a lot of fruity stuff. It's really good. So that's going to be number 4 on my list. Only one location. I think they're working on getting another one, but have to see. Number 3 on my list, and this is one of my like all-time favorite coffee shops because I've been there a lot. It's called The Lab. And we've gone there very often with our friends at The Lab.
It's a good hangout spot.
It's a really good hangout spot. And it's small. It's off kind of down the street. You wouldn't suspect. You like hit 2 potholes trying to get to the parking lot. Yeah, that's how you know it's going to be good is you can't bring the coffee out or it spills all over your lap. So you got to drink it on site.
That's like anything that's on Howard between Kennedy and 275 is like that because that
Everything.
is that's a third world country road right there.
It's literally
awful.
It's like, yeah. You got to have an alignment every time you drive down the road. That's why they put auto shops, kind of on the way. So that's gonna be number 3. The Lab is really good coffee. It was like they were one of the last ones to like not require you to wear a mask and stuff like that, which was really they were behind the curve of Florida, which I didn't like. So I stopped going there kind of towards the end of the pandemic because all these other coffee shops are like, whatever, we'll just give you coffee, and The Lab was kind of on the latter end of that, so we didn't go too much towards the end, but they have really good quality coffee. Their guys or girls who are making the coffee really know what they're doing. So if you ask for something a little unique, they're actually really good at kind of fitting whatever your needs are.
Like, could you go there and say, I want a ristretto shot, and they would know what you're talking about?
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's where you're cutting off the water early, so you're not getting the bitter end of the espresso shot.
I mean, probably. I feel like The Lab. Obviously, it's called The Lab. You figure like you better be some lab-related stuff. So I figure they would kind of know what they were doing. So I like The Lab. And
okay.
I really do. So
Lab at 3.
So that's number 3. So number 2 for me. As I'm doing this list, I'm actually conflicted. So I'm gonna do 2, and then I'm gonna do my 2 honorable mention.
You have a second honorable mention.
I'm gonna have a middle honorable mention.
Uh-oh.
So Buddy Brew is going to be my number 2. Now Buddy Brew is all over Tampa. They have a lot of locations.
It's classic Tampa.
They have a lot of money.
They have their beans in Publix.
Yeah, they have Buddy Brew is like the big Tampa, whatever. They have the little puppy dog as their little thing, and I think that their coffee is overrated. But
it's your number 2.
Yes, but
jeez,
their atmosphere
what are we doing?
And their locations and where they get their coffee into. And then their tea, and my favorite my chai tea latte, iced chai tea latte from Buddy Brew is my favorite place to get it in Tampa.
My brother got that. He was just in town from out of state, and we went to Fort Beachy, which I just mentioned in my top 5, and he was like, he's been in Kentucky for a while, so he has a Midwest accent a little bit now. So he said, "Where can I get a good cup of coffee?" And I was like, "Well, there's a place right around the corner."
You talking about Josh?
Yeah.
Oh my. I can't believe he adapted an accent.
Cup of coffee.
It happens, bro. It's no joke. I'm telling you. But no, Buddy Brew, I say overrated because they're like the number. You ask people about coffee in Tampa, Buddy Brew. Their coffee's way above average. I mean, like it's better than any.
Okay. Thank you for saying that.
It's better than any other, like to drink coffee.
Way better than Starbucks.
Oh my gosh. It's better than everywhere on this list. Other like beneath it, other than maybe the Lab has really good coffee. So, but Buddy Brew, because location, atmosphere, they're a little overpriced. But I like Buddy Brew a lot. I haven't personally done anything with their beans, so I don't know what the quality of their beans are like. But I imagine they're a little more mass produced than some of these other small places. So if you're like a fanatic about bean quality, maybe you can comment and let us know where Buddy Brew's at on that scale. But I love the fact that Buddy Brew is that like. It's that Tampa vibe. It's like everywhere you go, there's a Buddy Brew. You go downtown, there's a Buddy Brew downtown. You go to Armature Works, you go to different places, you're gonna find Buddy Brew. They've got some great locations, a lot of money, a lot of cool atmospheres. They have like little coffee bars, like the one at Hyde Park. You like sit at a coffee bar, you can get it. And
like it
walk
looks
around.
like a bar.
Yeah, so it's like I have to put that up there. But my honorable mention.
You already have an honorable mention. So what's this about?
So this one is one that I didn't think about until I was about to talk about number 2, and then I was like, "Dang, this place."
This is gut reaction.
This place is like up there. If I redid my list, I would probably take Foundation off and put this place up there. Like it's kind of up there. It's called Willa's, and Willa's is also a brunch place, but it's a brunch place and a coffee shop. We drove by it. You haven't been.
No, I've never heard of this until right now.
But we drove by it. Some really good friends of ours who recently moved overseas.
When did we drive by it? Because I've driven past everything in Tampa at some point.
Yesterday.
Where is it?
It is over near, where the Green Lemon is and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You keep going down that road maybe another mile where the big apartments are and it intersects. It's that white building on the left-hand side when you're coming that way. I may have my streets mixed up.
But it's in Soho somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
It's in the Soho area. I think it is. Look, if you're Willis, if you're watching,
hey, you're my second favorite. I have no idea where you are.
Look, I was gonna pull my phone out. What the thing is like you put it in the GPS and you go and you don't think about where it is. You just go on that thing.
I am not that person.
Yeah, but you do it for a living. Leave us alone. If I want to use my freaking GPS, I'm using my GPS. But here's the deal. Willa's is a really cool place to like get brunch, grab coffee. It's cool. It's very small and kind of a quaint little place. But we've had such good memories there. We love Willa's. The coffee's great. They have ginger beer there. So I get like a coffee and a ginger beer. So you have this super refreshing like ginger beer afterwards or whatever. You get a little pastry and stuff. I really like Willa's. So
all right, you're very passionate about all these coffee places because you've mentioned 6 now in the top 5.
We like coffee.
What's your number 1 on your top 7 list?
So
top 5?
if you haven't noticed by the shirt that I'm wearing, which is obviously an African shirt, I have friends who are from Cameroon and her mom made it for me and blah, blah, blah. So this is like an African thing. However, if you look at it, it matches the number 1 pick today, happenstance maybe, for coffee. Now, this is where we've gotten coffee every time we do our Saturday morning Sippin' on 7th, and it is the Blind Tiger. I think it's called the Blind Tiger Cafe is the full name, but the Blind Tiger, multiple locations throughout the greater Tampa Bay area. The main one, the coolest one, I believe the original one, is on 7th Ave in Ybor City. Such a cool coffee
7th
shop.
Avenue and 19th Street.
We were there this morning.
It's funny that it's your number one because it's also my number one.
It's the best.
It actually,
Yeah.
my favorite coffee is at my office that my boss, who's Sicilian, makes with his very expensive espresso machine. But this is a block away from my office, so this is
I've probably had over 100 cups of Blind Tiger coffee.
That's fair.
Since I've been here, which if you think about that, over 5 years, that's like one a week or a little over one a week.
Well, there's 52 weeks, and if you've been here 5 years, that's not 500. But anyways, the Blind Tiger is great.
I did the days math in my head. I was like, well, 300 times 5 is 1,500, 100. So I've one that, it's like one.
We went there this morning when we were waiting for our coffee. We played a game of chess in 5 minutes.
Wait a minute. Why'd you add the 5 minutes? You're trash, and you got spanked and checkmated.
We were playing speed chess.
I checkmated you. That's what chess is. In case you forget, you go to a chess championship, they have a clock because it's a fast-paced mind game. If you can sit there and think about every move, everyone can play chess. Give me 20 minutes. I'll go through every possible thing, and you end up in a freaking stalemate with your kings running around the board. The point is, when it came to the heat, you couldn't handle the smoke. You came out smelling like a campfire. You came out rocked like Kyrie Irving was dishing you on the basketball court. You came out like the Rangers and ended like they're about to tonight.
I don't like Kyrie Irving.
I'm not a big Kyrie fan. I just thought of somebody that had nasty handles.
Have you seen?
Because I handled you.
I liked Kyrie Irving
on
when he was like
chessboard.
the first 2 years. Once
you
he
can
got
change
all
the
weird.
subject. The point is, it took me 7 minutes to bend you over that chessboard.
Have you seen?
And
Have you seen the shirt that's like Adolf Hitler? Then it's like Kim Jong Un, somebody else like Fidel Castro, and then Kyrie Irving. He put him in the same class as those people. Yeah, Kyrie stinks.
On the back it says honorable mention Michael Vick.
We've already had a Michael Vick conversation on the show.
Oh, jeez.
Terrible thing.
So
but he
anyway,
did his time.
the Blind Tiger. Do I even have? They put a Tampa Bay thing on here, so I'll have to bring out my other one. This is their Dirty Tiger, which is one of my favorite drinks. Boom. The Blind Tiger. This is our number one coffee shop in the Tampa area. Not a sponsor, but maybe will be. We love the Blind Tiger. Does it get cooler than me holding this cup with this shirt? I'm going to hold it a little longer so he can make sure to get that picture.
It would be way cooler if it was full, but
no, because I drank that thing. But anyway, that's our top 5 coffee shops in the greater Tampa Bay area. Blind Tiger's super cool, and they have a lot of locations. They used to have a location which was one of our favorite locations, which was in...
You don't even know where your favorite location was. It's so sad.
It's by the aquarium where all the shipping containers are.
Yeah, bro. Sparkman Wharf. Jeez.
They had a location at Sparkman Wharf, and we used to love to go to Sparkman Wharf. You can get a coffee and then go grab something to eat, walk the Riverwalk, whatever. So, hey, what happened, guys? But anyway, we could talk to them about that later. So that was our top 5. Both of us, top 5 Italian restaurants, which he knows a lot about. Top 5 coffee, which obviously, I like coffee.
Ryan does not have any problems. He just likes a lot of caffeine.
I ain't got no worries. Look me in my face.
That's a song right there.
Look me in my face.
All right,
don't tell me I have a problem. Oh, the worst coffee shop in all of Tampa Bay.
This is worth talking about.
Worth talking about. The worst coffee shop.
Before you say it, I want to say.
Tell the story.
So I had driven by here a lot.
This place. Thinking about it gives me a headache.
It's on
freaking.
Yeah, it's on Kennedy. If you are affiliated with this coffee shop and this offends you, I don't care.
I don't care. You can suck it. John F. Kennedy would be ashamed of having a coffee shop as bad as yours on a street named after him.
So I had driven by here a lot, and there was like always cars in the line. So I was like, man, this place must be good. So one time I was with Ryan. I drove by. I said, bro, I've been wanting to go here because the line's always out into the road, and there's no line right now. We have
one of my biggest life regrets was this decision.
So we pulled into this coffee shop called Caffeine. And Caffeine, you stink.
It literally. Now listen.
I was so excited that I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna try like 3 or 4 different things."
It's not like we just got a latte and we're like, "No, we got a whole drink."
We got a plethora. I was like in the center console, in the door,
a bunch
in my
of
hand,
options,
all these options, and tried like 7 things to get together.
Every single one of them was bad.
Not just bad, was completely repulsive.
Deplorable. It was like I put it in my mouth and immediately I wanted to just go like this. I want to go like, man, I don't want to do this with coffee. But I would drink it and I'd go, and it would just all come back out like that. And I'd be like, you know what? We left the drive-thru. We're like, man, this place, we found a new coffee spot. And right as we turned out the drive-thru, took a sip, we said, what? How much did you pay for this? $6 for this?
Nah, for everything, we spent a healthy bit of money there, but it was all right.
Caffeine is probably a money laundering operation.
I don't know how they're in business.
They're put the Keurig cup and they put the thing and they hand you your coffee.
If you like caffeine, something's wrong with your taste buds.
It's called caffeine because the only reason you drink it is because it has a drug in it. You would never drink it for taste because it's like
Starbucks is like the worst tasting coffee on planet Earth.
I would rather have Starbucks.
It tastes like burnt dirt, and I would rather have Starbucks.
I would rather have Starbucks than caffeine.
Bad.
Bad. It gets a negative.
On a scale from 1 to 10, where you can't go negative, it gets a negative 1.
Negative. And the building looks like.
How do they afford the rent or the mortgage there? Whatever they have.
It's the one right by Olivia? Yes.
Not really, but
yeah, it is. It's over there.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Bro.
It's like 7 minutes away from Olivia.
That's pretty close. It's like a 35-minute
but
fast
not right
jog.
next to. It's like, I don't know the cross street north and south. Maybe it's Armenia. Maybe. But
Look,
it's definitely Canada.
Whatever. That was our honorable you suck mention of our Saturday Sippin' on 7th. You suck, caffeine.
All right, moving on to the next section. We are going to do trivia again. We're going to mix it up this week. So instead of me picking a couple of different options for Ryan and Ryan picking a couple different options for me, Kaitlyn, who's here to help us out.
This is my beautiful wife who currently has a sleeping child that she just put to sleep. So if she comes across quiet, don't be mistaken. She's like this.
But she has a microphone. She's going to tell us what to do and what questions, and we're going to go from there.
So let's do it. We're going to do our Tampa Bay Sports Trivia.
Oh, okay. I was actually...
If you've ever met someone who's microphone shy, the moment my wife picked up the microphone, she became this person.
Immediately started laughing.
She was like,
great.
she's like, she's like this. She's like calm. She's like,
that was great.
Oh, why would you point it out? It just makes it worse. I was going to give you the baby for this segment because she was so excited. And then halfway through your coffee story.
She's awake. She's awake. I'll take her.
No. She's not that awake.
Okay, keep her there then.
Halfway
Her
through.
Her eyes are completely open.
She's snoring.
She's sleeping with her eyes open. Now they're closed.
She's not awake. She just heard me start talking.
All right.
Okay.
Tampa Bay Sports Trivia. What do we got, Kaitlyn?
Okay, so I picked 6 questions.
6 questions.
2 about the Lightning, 2 about the Buccaneers, and 2 about the Tampa Bay Rays.
All right.
Okay.
She knows all 3 sports teams.
Now, are these for both of us, and we just whoever answers it first?
How do you guys want to do it?
We'll do both of us. We'll do both. We got this.
All right. Are we buzzing the thing right here?
No.
Just who?
Knee slap.
I do have a tiebreaker question if it comes to that, if that's how we do it.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Question number 1 about the Tampa Bay Lightning. Who did the Tampa Bay Lightning defeat to win their first Stanley Cup?
Calgary Flames.
That is correct.
I was so fast. That was like one of the ones I could get that one because I was at the 18th anniversary on Tuesday night. Was 18 years exactly from when we won that first title against Calgary. So they showed highlights from that victory of when we won our first in the stadium. It was incredible.
So fun fact about that, in 2004, the Stanley Cup Finals, that's when the Tampa Bay Lightning became the southernmost team to win
Wow,
I didn't know that.
The Southern Conference.
Well, yeah, because I guess, to win the conference, to win the Eastern Conference Final. The Stanley Cup. I was going to say because Miami's never won one, right?
No.
So we're still.
Did they?
No, the Panthers never won anything. No, I think in the late 90s they did have one. I think they did.
I don't know. Maybe.
No, because in 2004 we wouldn't have been the Southern. They've been trashed. Remember, they didn't even make it past the first round. So, no, we are still the southernmost team to win a Stanley Cup. Miami, you suck. All right. We'll leave it at that. The Panthers can't sunrise. You were even worse than Miami.
Okay, so Jared got that point?
Yes, 1 point.
I got.
Okay, Jared got the point.
I want half a point. Can I get half a point? I want half a point.
No.
When does 0 mean?
1-0. All right, question number 2.
Look how that went for the Rangers last night.
Which player scored 42 goals in the Bolts' first season? their first season.
I wasn't alive.
I wasn't alive.
Yeah, neither of you were alive. Do we know when their first season was?
1992.
Okay.
To 3.
Which players?
Is there multiple choice?
There was.
But we don't have it. When you found the question.
Can you give us the initials?
Yes.
We're so sorry, Lightning fans.
He
has an alliteration name. BB.
Barry Bonds. Final answer. We have no idea.
I forfeit. I'm sorry, guys.
His name is Brian Bradley. Do we know Brian?
No.
No, we don't even know him.
Dang, I want a Bradley jersey now. I want a Bradley jersey from 92.
In 1992,
Did
Tampa
you see the
Bay,
Richard jersey?
I became a Lightning fan in like 98.
I became a Lightning fan.
That's when I was 3.
I became a Lightning fan.
Well, obviously, but
Man, it's been so
when you
long.
were 3?
Yeah.
All right.
I became a Lightning fan.
I was an early sports fan. Sports is in my DNA because of my fan bam.
Sports is my life.
My fan bam.
That's when
his dad's a
I
coach
watched
and he
Mighty
coached
Ducks,
kids.
and then I've been in love with hockey.
I
ever
became a
since.
hockey fan probably. I come from a hockey family on my dad's side, but I became a hockey fan probably because of Gordon Bombay.
I watched the third one first though, which was kind of weird.
The third one,
It's probably because it came out then.
The closest to when around
right.
that time.
I like the second one.
I like the second one too. When they're
It's not
Team
better,
USA
but man, Gordon
and they
Bombay.
have to play Iceland.
If you
I
ask
didn't really
me,
like the second one.
you ask me,
Good
what
stuff.
jersey do I want? Bombay, bro. Bombay's the guy.
I think they have like in that movie when he played for that minor league hockey team or whatever
They
it
have
was.
those jerseys.
They have those jerseys.
Oh, we have to get them, bro. We gotta after this show first.
We
Google.
have to.
We have to.
eBay.
You
Bombay.
don't. I'm not gonna say that. Never
All right,
mind.
next question.
All right. So we're still 1-0.
1-0.
Or maybe we're
Sorry, Lightning fans.
We're at 1.
we're 0
half.
and -1.
Ooh, is
I'm
it?
just
Is it
kidding.
-1 for wrong
It was
answers?
Brian Bradley,
No,
right?
I was
Brian
just
Okay,
Bradley.
okay.
Brian Bradley.
Brian Bradley.
42 goals.
He had 42 goals
I know now,
in their
guys.
first season.
That's so many. Wait a minute. Oh, in their first whole season, not the playoffs. I was like, bro, that's
No,
the
in their
greatest
season.
playoff
Their first
season
season ever. Okay.
Wow, that's pretty good.
All right.
Yes.
So that was our Lightning questions. Transitioning into our Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What season was the first for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Okay.
When did the franchise start? Yes, Ryan.
I have no idea.
You just
2003.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
I have no idea.
you're
They won their first Super Bowl in 2002.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Okay. I
It
know.
wasn't the 80s, was it?
No, it was the 70s, late 70s.
correct.
It's somewhere.
78.
Let me ring in.
Yes, Jared.
I'm going to go
78.
76.
1976 is correct.
Bang.
You sure it wasn't 2003?
During the
You
expansion of the American Football Conference, and then in 1977 they moved to the National Football Conference.
Wow,
There
so
you
they
go.
weren't in the NFL until 77.
You know who was a stooge and a sellout? Was that guy Hugh
Stu
Culverhouse.
Sternberg.
Just totally bring up Stu whenever possible.
Freaking Stu stinks.
Hugh Culverhouse. That guy stinks.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this next question.
I don't even know if
I
my
think it's
parents were
fun.
alive.
In
Are you serious?
76?
No, of course they were, but that was so long. That was almost 50 years ago. How do you know this stuff?
Because I like the Bucs.
I was a Cowboys fan. I don't. You asked
What
me.
year did the Cowboys start? No idea.
Exactly.
Move on to the next question.
64.
Probably before that.
No, because the NFL didn't even start until
67.
right.
Was the first Super Bowl at least.
All right. So I bet I'm pretty close. All right.
Okay, so here's a question not based on years and stats. How was the Buccaneers chosen as the team name? Yes, Ryan.
Because of the pirate related history of Tampa Bay.
That is what they're named after, but how was the name chosen? Yes.
Fan vote.
Yeah. There was a Name the Team contest,
Got him.
and it was named in honor of the annual Tampa Bay Gasparilla Festival.
There you go.
Good job, Jared.
3.
I feel like that's a
3-0?
no. It's
3-0.
2. You
What do you
it is
mean?
3.
No, it is 3.
With 2 questions
No
to go.
one has ever
With two
come
to
back.
go.
Yeah, but
All
the
right,
last one's
worth 3.
It's
We can do that. We can
best
do it.
of
Depending-
7.
Depending upon
we
how
have to
this
do. We have
raised
to do
question
7
goes.
questions from now because it has to be a best of 7 series.
Well, there is a 7th question for a tiebreaker, so we could
All
just
right.
use that.
Bet.
Okay, so moving into our questions about the Tampa Bay Rays. These
Stu
are
Sternberg.
these are harder
Stu
for me-
Stocks.
These are harder.
for me.
Okay.
Because I don't know as much about the team.
Okay.
Okay, So, question number 5. Who hit the first home run in the franchise history?
See, this is all you because I don't know anything about the Rays' history.
Wade Boggs.
That is correct.
Bang.
I was going to say, like, this would be the only name that I might be able to just throw out there and get.
Got 4 points. You're
In
getting smoked, Ryan. In March what?
March 31st, 1998. It was the Devil Rays then playing against the Detroit Tigers. They did lose, but it was the first home run.
Yo, I love
They were
Wade
down
Boggs.
11-0 in the sixth inning.
Okay, question.
11-0.
Yeah.
That sounds about right for the Rays back then.
Sounds right for the Rays 2 weeks ago.
Aw.
Is there anything more Tampa Bay than a Wade Boggs jersey?
Probably.
Yeah.
What, a Cuban on your forehead? No, I mean like that. A guy wearing a hat in shorts with like flip flops and a Wade Boggs jersey that has some wear on it, and like
If a guy wearing like an old Wade Boggs jersey, but then he also has like a Cuban sandwich, a cafe con leche, and then like a cigar in his mouth, that's the most Tampa Bay.
that
More
is,
Tampa Bay.
and he's
with an eye patch for
I was
Gasparilla.
gonna say,
He came from Gasparilla.
you have to. He's on a boat and he's, you know, that pirate ship that
and
goes
he's running
around?
like Jack Sparrow.
And he's running on the thing. He's like, I've got a jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt. Did you see that with Amber Heard in the courtroom and they're talking about
Did a jar of cocaine and
They're
he
talking like,
leaned
yeah,
over
a jar of
leaned
cocaine.
over to his
He
attorney.
goes, a jar of
dirt?
cocaine. A jar of dirt. I was thinking like a jar of cocaine.
Hilarious.
Yo, America's wild. They'd be like, all these other countries are like talking about their politics and like the European Union and stuff like that.
We're
And
live streaming Johnny Depp in the
Our
courthouse.
national news is like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Breaking news.
You know, a jar of dirt. Yeah.
All right. We have
Oh,
to, let's
gosh.
so I'm up, what, 4-0
4-0.
with one question to go and a bonus question. So
All right, the one question will even the series. The bonus question's a breaker.
Okay, each of these.
okay.
Michael Jordan.
Okay, so this question is worth 4 points,
Okay.
right? Is that what we're saying?
Yep.
Okay, neither of you are going to get this.
Okay.
Okay. Number 6. Which player stole 60 bases in a single season?
Carl Crawford.
Oh my gosh. Yes, that's good.
Bang.
The bonus question is worth 10 points.
Oh my goodness.
We need to do like rap trivia so I could get some.
What was that?
I said I had so little faith in you. I should have known.
Should have known.
Should have
Did
known.
you say Crawford?
Carl Crawford.
Jeez. Oh, CCBB. Gosh.
What year was that? When was that?
I'm
Is
going to
he
go
current?
2008
Oh,
was my guess.
yeah. 60 bases in a single season. Go Carl.
My brother, when he was a little kid, because you know how little kids speak,
Yeah.
he would call him Carl Crawford.
Crawford.
Carl Crawford. And he has a little Carl Crawford jersey.
That's
so
that
cute.
that is what I think people when they say Blake Bortles. I feel like it's
That's my
supposed to
guy.
be something different, and it's Bortles. Like a kid would be like a child would say Blake
Broyles.
Blake
Actually,
Blake
that's just his
Bortles.
name.
We love Blake.
I played with Blake
Blake
Bortles.
I know he's
at
awesome,
UCF.
bro.
Great dude.
He is a good guy. All right, bonus question worth 90 points.
Okay.
Okay, last bonus question. Who was the first Tampa Bay Ray to hit more than 40 home runs in a single season?
Wade Boggs.
Who hit it? Okay,
Who
Carlos
was?
Pena.
Carlos Pena is correct.
Bang.
Do you know what season that was? For another
2000
100 points.
No, 2011.
2008.
No, 2007.
Dang.
Fun fact, that season he was actually a backup player, though. He didn't start out the season very hot, but he finished the season with a 46 home run record, and then he became the team's first baseman.
Okay.
Wow, what
That
a
makes sense.
story, bro.
Carlos Pena growing up was my favorite Ray.
Yeah.
And that's how I know that. I played first
Can
base.
we get a preliminary question like a for next Saturday, but we'll just do the first one now.
You
And
want me
I'll
to just
ask
make
it.
one up? Oh, you want to ask it.
Here
okay.
is the question. What will be the score of tonight's game? 4-1 or 5-2?
Oh, I see. You want to bet on it.
You want to bet?
4-1.
What is your record when betting
to win
against
the
me?
trivia.
Ooh, let's talk about that.
3%.
Whenever we make bets on sports stuff, you are 3% successful against my bets?
Yeah, but what's wild is the 3% would have such a high return because the bets that I do are insane.
Well, we just do double or nothing
It would
until
probably
it all evens
even
out.
out. We had one time I was like 20 million in the hole to this guy, And then I did like a double or nothing bet on like heads or tails at the Super Bowl.
I was like, all right.
And then I was wrong again. And then it was like 40 million. And I told my wife, like, babe, we got to find something.
we got to stop.
And then I was like, yo, I bet that light turns green in 2 seconds, double or nothing. And then he was like, and I was like, that's it. It's absolved. That's it. No more debt. I'm debt free. You know,
Funny.
that kind of thing.
Carlos Pena is a great guy. I really enjoyed watching him. And then there's another Tampa Bay Ray. His name's BJ Upton. That guy stinks. Kind of rude. But Carlos Pena, nice guy. Carl Crawford, great guy.
Yeah, I feel like, Wade Boggs, too.
Wade Boggs, great guy. And he wants the Rays to move to Tampa. So that guy is on point.
Shout out Boggy.
There's a YouTube show, very famous. And they try like a bunch of old stuff. And there was just like Wade Boggs cereal or candy or something from like the 90s. And like they smelled it. And it has a smell that they call Wade Boggsy. Because of like it smells so pungent in a certain way. It's called Boggs smell.
What they did is they scraped a little bit of him off when he was sweaty in game time, and they said, how do we recreate this in a candy bar? Kids will love it.
Well, it's just the preservatives going bad over 30 years.
That's the thing you leave in the package and put on your shelf so the world can see it. That's not the thing you open.
Right, but on
eat.
the show they try the stuff.
Hey, do whatever for the Vine. Y'all remember Vine?
I do remember Vine.
And then what the heck happened to Vine? Why didn't they just upgrade? They just disappeared.
Something controversial happened.
Yep.
Do we remember? Oh, I
No.
know what it was. Terrible. Yeah. Sorry, Vine. Even, whatever.
Vine made way for what?
TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok took over when Vine went. Oh,
Well, there was a gap for sure,
Yeah.
but
no, it was like what, 2 years, maybe a year and a half.
Instagram carried it for a bit.
Vine definitely died in like 2013.
No, it was a little later than that. It was like
No, it was like
well, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Because I was like in junior high.
I was in college.
I just did it.
gonna
I just
say,
exposed.
I was at least in high school.
Well, I'm the youngest here, other than our daughter, and
Maybe.
my birthday is coming up here on next week, Thursday of next week, and I'll be young.
Cash out below.
Cash App below hashtag Jared Warren. I don't know why there's a hashtag in Cash App.
It's a $sign.
You look up hashtag anything in Cash App, you ain't gonna find nobody.
Nobody.
Well, listen, guys, this has been Sippin' on 7th, Saturday morning, sometimes going into the afternoon. Shout out.
Hey, this afternoon, we are going to go do, we've talked about it. We want to find the best Cuban in Tampa Bay. We're going to go do our first one this afternoon.
Yep.
So be looking out for that.
And we're not going to tell you where, but it's going to be a landmark place. You're going to love it.
Yeah, we got to do something big first.
Got to start with something big. And so we're going to be doing that review. Excited to show that. We'll have that up today, so be looking out for that. We're going to be doing those on Saturday. So we'll have our Saturday Sippin' on 7th. We'll have our Saturday Cuban reviews, and we'll keep the content rolling for you guys. Excited to see, hockey's about to be over when we win this third cup, and then it's nothing but Rays baseball and off-season football till we get that rolling. So we're going to actually probably over the summer have a lot of fun stuff we're going to be doing that's not only sports related, but we'll keep sports at the heart. And so be looking out for kind of some funny stuff.
Bro, are you excited to have a freaking boat parade again?
I don't even know what are we even going to do?
Go to the boat parade?
No, I know that, but like, should we rent jet skis
And be in the boat parade?
and then wear like
we would have to paint our chest blue.
Lady Liberty, the picture of Lady Liberty wearing the lightning thing.
Iconic.
Get that on the Sea-Doo life jacket thing, and then rock around and just have like a torch, and yeah, we could do something cool.
I don't have any tattoos, but I would get a tattoo of that, of Lady Liberty with a Lightning jersey on.
Please don't tempt me, bro. We could hit that tattoo shop tonight. Next week, top 5 places to get tattoos in Tampa.
All of them are in Ybor
All of
because
them
there's
are in
30
Ybor City.
There's 30 tattoo shops.
I got my first tattoo was like in an actual tattoo shop, which is surprising. The tattoo I have on my ribs was a story I got like in a crack house, but the first one I got,
jeez,
shout out whoever did it, I don't even remember, and you were high, so you don't remember nothing. But I went in this tattoo shop, I was 15, and I wanted to get what I have on my calf is a Kobe Bryant symbol. This is when he was still alive, and so
Obviously.
he was my favorite player. I played basketball in high school, loved Kobe Bryant. And we do not talk about basketball on this channel, by the way. But
Unless Tampa gets like an expansion.
Unless
team.
Tampa gets a team, which I would love if Tampa got a team, but the NBA's whack. But anyway, I got the Kobe Bryant tattoo, and the guy was like on meth or something. So he was like shaking and like nervous because I was underage, and then I had to pay him double, and then I get this Kobe Bryant tattoo. This was in Houston. Get this Kobe Bryant tattoo. I thought it was so cool, man.
As his wife, who have seen it a lot, I can say it was not done well.
Yeah, I wanted to get it redone, but you just get to a point where you have kids and you live in your life, and you're like, man, I can't go into a tattoo shop. I'm a dad. You know what I mean? Like,
Dads
what?
get
There's a
tattoos.
lot of dads that get tattoos.
Not that I'm endorsing.
I'm not. I mean, look, here's the deal, guys. Be lit, but be lit where you can put a shirt on. You know what I mean? Don't be lit like me. You know, you have an oil rig on your neck. Like, somebody's gonna comment and say, hey, what year did the Oilers become? I don't freaking know anything about the Oilers. Okay, I don't even know what year.
You just know about H-Town.
I know the Texans came. I think it was
An oil rig?
2006 is when the Texans organization started in Houston.
I feel like it was earlier than that.
I think the Oilers left in 96 because I believe.
No. 98 was the first year of the Tennessee Titans.
Maybe it was 98. I know it was 1 year
Maybe
from
99.
when I was born. No, it
99 was the first year of the Tennessee Titans because I was
either
3
way,
in
I was
Nashville
barely
when they were building
alive.
the stadium.
I was barely alive, and so it's like, man, whatever. But anyway, the point is, this is what we do on the boat parade. A lot of fun stuff. Saturdays, as you could tell, more open layout.
Relaxed.
We're
Drinking
hanging out
coffee.
with you guys on our Saturday morning. So like, subscribe, check out some of our other videos. We have a lot of, if you like sports stats and stuff like that, we go over some of that stuff in the other videos. If you stuck around all the way to the end of the video, you should be subscribed and liked. And give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you guys. Some fun ideas. What can we do to kind of put what is amazing about the city of Tampa Bay in our sports teams and otherwise for the world to see that Tampa is the greatest city in the world?
Maybe they can give us our next top fives.
Yeah, if you guys comment what we should do top fives in Tampa, feel free to do that. We'd love to get some of you guys involved. And
we'll post it on our Instagram page too.
And we don't have fans. We have fam, because y'all are family. So just comment, subscribe, put what you want to see in the top 5. Something boring for him, something ridiculous for me. Let's stick with the personalities here. It'd be like,
jeez, bro.
Top 5 places to buy plain black T-shirts in Tampa Bay.
Target.
I'm not going to tell you where this one's from, but I do get all my black T-shirts from the same place.
Yeah, don't tell anyone.
Nope, secret.
Don't tell anyone. You'll never see us there.
Unless you do. See you next time, guys.
See y'all.
You know you can look me in the eye. It's all because of Jesus. He the reason I'm alive. I live by faith, by grace. You know that I ain't gotta strive. They told me tone it down.